All right, first and foremost, we get more views than subscribers we have, which means you're watching this, and there's a possibility that you haven't hit the subscribe button or the like button. I'm asking you to do two things that are absolutely free. Hit subscribe, hit like. You're already viewing, so I guess I can't put too much pressure on you because I appreciate the support. But listen, y'all, this one's going to be a good one. These two girls, they are sisters. You think they're twins, but they're not. One's older, one's a little bit younger. But I think I may have caused a little bit of strife in the relationship. Not intentionally, because they're best of friends, but they had some disagreements this episode. But if you are going to start a company with a friend, family member, someone that you love, I'm telling you, you better start putting some stuff on paper. This is very, very important. You cannot use love in a defense when you have to go to court and defend why somebody got you up out of your company. Now, I don't think that's ever going to happen to these two young ladies. But if you are a business owner and you are partners with somebody, you need to pay really close attention to this episode, okay? Listen, y'all, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, but also, as this conversation is going on, I want to hear your thoughts in real time. Comment your thoughts, your feelings. If I'm being a bully, tell me I'm being a bully. If I am preaching the gospel, you hear me? Just type a little amen in the chat. That boy out here talking. Either way, the hate, the love, the disagreements, the arguments, the contention, all of that, I want to see it all in the chat. Hey, never ever try to spare my feelings on comments, because I want to hear it. Whatever's on your heart, please, I don't take it as disrespect. I take it as you helping us to get better. So anything we can do to improve this show, let me know. I'm going to start doing one-on-one coaching really, really soon for business. Right now, I'm more in the content creation space, so I don't charge anybody to be on these shows. I just want to help America. All right? But you can join my Morning Meetup community. We meet every single day. I'm on there live, and I'll be teaching and coaching a whole beautiful community of people, okay? So if you're in Morning Meetup, go on and type MMU in the chat. But I love you all. Thank you so much for the support. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you on the episode. Welcome to the hot seat, ladies.
Hello.
Hey, it's two of y'all's.
Yeah.
Good. I'm excited about this.
I'm really excited.
Yeah,
I
we
really
are too.
am. Okay, so you are Jania.
Jania. You're mixing our names together?
Yes. Jania and Ayanna.
Yes.
Jania. Jania and Ayanna.
Yes.
Jania and Ayanna.
One more time.
Jania and Ayanna.
Yes.
Okay, cool. Normally when you have like kids, it's supposed to sound the same.
Who said that? They kind of do. They got a little.
They don't.
Yana, Jania.
They sound good together.
Kind of.
We'll go with it.
Yeah,
They're different. They're different.
We're
Right?
our own person. So.
Y'all your own. Yes, y'all do things your own way. Okay, so tell me what you all do.
Okay, well, like I said, I'm Jania. I'm 24 years old.
I'm Ayanna. I'm 21 years old.
Y'all real blood sisters.
Same mom,
mommy,
Same mom,
dad.
same dad.
We've
Okay.
been together since the beginning of
yes.
my time, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just
Okay.
us. Yeah.
And Jania,
Got it?
you're the oldest.
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. So tell me about your business.
We are the owners of Custom Visionz. Custom Visionz is a full-service branding and marketing agency that specializes in providing luxury branding and marketing services to their clients. We help entrepreneurs reimagine their business and really unlock their fullest potential within their branding and marketing.
Okay. You tell me about it.
We pretty much just offer entrepreneurs, visionaries, public figures, resources within branding and marketing. So pretty much any graphic design service, logos, website development, brand development in general. We just help them establish like a really strong brand identity.
Good. So you guys do the graphics, or you have VAs and stuff to do the graphics? Or
We do, as of right now, we do everything ourselves within our agency.
Send me your page. Y'all do logos and stuff?
Yes.
Okay. How long y'all been in graphics? Graphic design?
Well, we actually own a branding and marketing agency. I got to be specific because we
It's
do
not
a lot
graphic
of
design,
things.
it's branding and marketing because
Yeah.
it goes beyond graphic design. I don't just design logos. Like
No, but you do design logos.
I do design logos, but I also design websites. So that's different. That's website development.
Right. So my question is, how long you been designing logos?
Since 2020.
Designing.
Since 2020.
Okay, so pandemic, you start designing stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are really good at it?
Yes.
So I'm a designer. Jania is our closer. She is our...
You like the mouthpiece.
Yeah,
This is
she
clear.
sells
Okay.
it. She manages it.
So you do all the design work,
Yes.
and you go get the clients.
Yes.
And
Do
manage
everything
them.
else.
Yeah.
And manage. Okay. All right, what's the page?
It's custom, C as in Charles, so that's CUSTOM dot, period.
Dot. Okay.
And then that'll be Visionz, V as in Victor, and then we'll pop a Z at the end of that instead of an S.
Yo, Papa Z. I like the way you talk.
VISIONZ.
Okay. And y'all always dress alike?
It's a new thing,
It's a new
but
thing,
branding
yeah.
is everything, so yes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's like our uniform, honestly.
Yeah,
we're
we're in
working on
work.
some uniforms, so since they're not here yet, we're just matching until
Yeah.
they come.
Okay. All right. So this brunch on Sundays, you design that.
Yes.
This is that's good.
Yeah, everything
you.
on there is us.
And
Very
Monday
high
man-
quality. Yeah.
Everything you
Go
see.
crazy.
Yeah, no templates over here.
I
Hand
like
designing
it.
And
it.
design.
You're good. You got an eye for this for sure.
Yeah.
And a talent.
Thank you.
This
And
is
then like our
good.
little vlogs are like our content days with our clients. So we, under our agency, we do social media management, social media marketing. So that's what you see, like us going with our clients, having content days, fulfilling shot lists, stuff like that.
Okay. So you'll do a content day with. This is good. These graphics are good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That means a lot coming from
Yeah.
you, because
Yeah.
if they wasn't good, I feel like you would keep it.
I would
above.
100%.
Yeah,
You would
you
keep
would-
it all the way
You would
above.
crush my dreams.
Yeah.
I would help your dreams.
Yeah.
'cause
Yeah.
I'd have to-
Essentially,
I'd
you
have
get me
to-
closer to what I was meant
Correct.
to.
Sometimes I gotta let people know because they don't know that they suck.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'll be okay. This is good.
Thank you.
All right. So have y'all been making money?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
like,
we're full time.
full time.
This
Wow.
is what we do all day.
How much money y'all make?
So we've been in business 4 years, 2 years full time. So
Yeah.
our first year full time, we did 54,000, and then right now we're at 77,000 contracted revenue. So 8 months into 2024, we're at 77,000 contracted revenue. So we're projected to do 115,000 by the end of the year. by
So when you say
2024.
contracted revenue, that means you have people on retainer, and you're just thinking that they're going to keep out the retainer.
Well, essentially, they're contracted because they've already signed contracts. They're just it's contracted because they're like ongoing projects, and then
Yeah.
people are on payment plans and things of that nature. But the
see.
contract has already been secured and signed.
So do you build based on the project, or you give me a certain amount of money every month and I'll handle your graphic needs?
Well, we offer different things and we have different services within our agency. So it just depends what you're looking for and kind of what you're getting within Custom Visionz, because we have
Okay.
it all kind of orchestrated. So you could be on a monthly retainer for your marketing, or you could be on a branding bundle just trying to kind of get started and find that brand identity.
Okay, give me some prices.
So branding, so our website, just the website is $650. I always do an upselling technique, and I always upsell and get them to go to our starter bundle. So our starter bundle is what's up from just getting the website all by itself. So the starter bundle is more bang for your buck because you'll get your website, you'll get your logo, you'll get your business cards designed, and you'll get 6 marketing flyers.
Website, logo, business cards, you said?
Designed.
And what else?
6 marketing flyers, digital marketing.
6 marketing flyers for $650.
Jumping to $850. So now you go from $650 to $850. So if you were to just get the website by itself, you would just get $650.
Yeah.
But I usually get them to get the starter bundle, because you can't have a business without a logo and a website. And I have people
Yeah.
that just want a website, and I'm like, I think that the starter bundle is more suitable for your needs based on where you're at. Even if it's a rebrand, the starter bundle provides them with what they need in order to fulfill that.
Got it. Okay, so she sells it, you design it. Okay. How long does it typically take you to make the logo, bundle, all that, the whole bundle?
About 6 to 8 weeks. And we just tell our clients that turnaround just to give ourselves enough time on the back end. The demand's high, so we have a lot of clients. We like to just, not fall short of our expectations. It could be sooner than that. I could have it done in 4 weeks, but I just want to give ourselves enough wiggle room. So we say 6 to 8 weeks.
Because
Okay.
they never give us the right information on the first time anyways.
Yeah.
So
so
you're
we have
already
to go
cutting into
back
your
and
time.
forth
Yeah.
and back and forth and revisions and all that stuff. So
Yeah. Who came up with these prices?
I would say it was a team effort.
Yeah, we started at one point and we were rocking with those prices for a while, and then Jania came to me and was like, I think it's time to up it. So we had that conversation, made some changes, and then we had the conversation again. So now I feel like we're in a good place as far as pricing.
Yeah, and I always try to have the conversations with her about upping. So like that's the conversations I try to have with her, just because I know the value that we add, and I know how much we're doing, and with it only being us two, you know what I'm saying? So, but also we do like to meet people where they are. Yeah. Life be lifing, things are real. If you want to invest in your business and get high quality, then I think that we're for you, because we give you options. Anything over $500, you can put on a payment plan. You can't tell me you can't do that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Do y'all do a lot of one-off stuff? Like if I just need a flyer or I need a thumbnail for my YouTube.
Yeah.
How much are those? How many
we
charge?
sell everything a la carte, and we do have an a la carte menu. Our flyers are $65.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our flyers are $65. Thumbnails are $45. And I think our bread and butter is our monthly retainers and our branding bundles. So that's where most of our clients end up. But we do sell things a la carte.
Yeah, they can come. They can buy whatever they want from Custom Visionz.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. And so tell me about the recurring revenue. What are the retainer?
What do you mean?
What's the retainer model?
Oh, so the retainer model, we have 3 different, in our branding bundles, we have 3 different branding bundles. We have a whole pricing guide, but
and you can
in our
pull it
branding
up
bundle,
too on our website if
right,
you need a
because
reference.
the starter package isn't the retainer model. It's just
that's just
okay.
a bundle.
Three different tiers.
Yeah, and that'd be customvisionz.com.
Okay, customvisionz.com.
Yes,
Let me
sir.
go into. You made this website?
Yes.
Oh, girl, you good.
Okay.
This is good. It
Thank you. That means so
Okay,
much.
explore pricing. Okay, got a 6-pack for $300.
So those are our content creation. Those are a la carte flyers.
Yeah, those are just flyers. So you don't get any like videos with that, no reels. You just get flyers.
So like you had mentioned, can I just come and get a flyer? Well, if you're telling me you're having an event, I would definitely say you need more flyers. So I would try to get you to get a pack, either.
So $300 for 6 flyers, 12 flyers for $600. Okay. 6-pack $300, 9-pack $450, 12-pack $600.
Yeah.
So there's no discount by getting more.
No.
Okay. Because it kind of goes without saying that if you get 6 for $300, 9 would be $450, 12 would be $600.
It boils down to how many you need. It's not really like, I guess the smart thing to do would be discount it the more you get. However, it's just like, what do you need?
Right.
Yeah.
Because you're getting more, so
As
you're
far as
paying
quantity,
more, you know.
Yeah.
And that I'm always up for discussion, you know what I'm saying? If that was a conversation with one of my clients, I would definitely try to meet them in the middle. Because if you're getting more, I want to meet you in the middle. So I would definitely negotiate that. I wouldn't just be like,
Our goal is to
no.
get them on that though, rather than just getting one flyer, because you know you need more than one flyer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's like, get a contact pack, you'll have more, and then you could post throughout the week versus just posting once.
No,
But
yeah, it
then
makes
also,
sense.
people
Yeah.
would try to get that for like events. But we have event marketing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you can't get 3 flyers for an event, you know?
Yeah, nah, for sure. And I like that because, no, I do like that, but I'm not saying you should make the 600 less. I think the 6-pack, we just raise it to make more sense for the 12-pack.
Yeah, I agree.
So if 6 of them is $400, keeping the 12-pack the same for $600, I think I would say, all right, for another $200, I can get double. I'm doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'd imagine that most people get the 6-pack.
Right.
Because I'm gonna start with this, and there's no penalty for getting a lower amount right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I probably start there. Okay, it's not bad.
Heard.
It's not bad. Website development, website $650, landing page $500, management $50 a month. Explain that.
So there's no commitment to management. It's just you pay the $50 for the month, and within that month time frame, Custom Visionz will kind of just go on your website and make any edits to it, only minor edits, because we have people that have events, need little tweaks to their website, so
And
that
they
just
genuinely
allows them
just
to
don't
do
know
that.
how to work their website.
Yeah.
So we have to just like go in, update like pricing or
A number, a contact, minor
Yeah.
things.
the landing page itself is just a one-pager for maybe like a funnel or something. And then the website design, full multi-page website is $650.
Right after that, that's where you'll see the starter bundles that I mentioned.
I really, really like this.
Wow.
I do.
I never heard this on the hot seat. Is
I'm
this being
surprised.
recorded?
Trust me, it gets worse. We're just warming up.
Hot seat coming
We're just
in.
warming up. Yeah. We're just warming up.
Okay.
I think this is good. And, as you get better, you get more premium, you raise your prices. But for right now, y'all have a lot of stuff that an entrepreneur would need. And I would look at this and say, yo, I think I would want one of these. This is really, really good.
Thank
Absolutely. So are we getting a lot of clients?
Yeah, I would say.
Okay. Too many?
Yeah.
So
Getting clients isn't the problem for us. It's really managing them because it's only 2 of us. So we could only take on so much before our hands get full.
Yeah. Do you know how you fix that?
Hiring, expanding.
Well, not necessarily. Well, there's a couple ways. We could hire and expand, or we can start raising our prices.
Okay.
Do you know why people would give you, what's the website, 600?
650.
650? You know why someone would give you 650?
Because it's affordable.
Because that's what you charge.
Okay.
Let's say you went in there and you edited the price from 650 to 800. Do you know what will probably happen?
People would still buy it.
They'd still buy it.
Yeah.
But you'd make more money.
Absolutely. I agree with David.
So, yeah, for sure.
We're convincing Ayanna.
She's been telling me this for a long time, but I just I don't want to make things too much. I don't know. I
heard somebody tell me that $3,000 was a down deposit they put on their website. $3,000, and that's like one of my deluxe bundles. And I explained that to her, and I was like, somebody put that down on a website. And I know that, like, again, we're valuable. I know that it's quality work, so I try to have those conversations with her. But we do meet a lot of people that are kind of just trying to meet them where they are.
Yeah.
I think the heart is in there a little too much.
But you're in a unique position because you're oversubscribed, meaning you have more customers than you can easily handle.
Yeah.
Because if a website is going to cost me, whatever the number is, but it's going to take 4 weeks or 6 weeks, that means you got a lot of clients. So the real question is, would you rather make $10,000 with 10 clients or $10,000 with 5 clients?
$10,000 with 5 clients.
Why?
Because it's the same amount of money and it's half of the work.
Half the work. And you could take more time to go out and find some other clients that are going to pay the higher amount.
Yeah.
Got it? Now, how do we split the money?
There's no splitting happening right now.
What do you mean?
Like, it's just goes all in one bank account and just sits there. Just pay our bills out of it. We stay together, and it's just us. So our bills just come out of there, and we just keep the money there. We don't really split it.
We got married or something?
No. We just a team. We're trying to build a vision. So
You have money in the bank account?
Yeah.
A good amount?
I mean, it's decent.
Yeah.
Like 5,000
Yes.
around there?
Yes. Okay. Little over.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So y'all live together.
Yeah.
How much is your rent?
$2,000.
$2,000.
$1,950, but that power is not included. So the power brings it up to about like 21, honestly. Yeah.
So what if y'all had the same friends?
No.
So let's say you want to go out with your friends, right? And hang out.
Yeah.
Where does she get the money from?
Well, I mean, she really doesn't hang out, honestly.
But if she did?
Yeah, if I did, I would, like, I have my own account, and she has her own account, but we have our joint account. And
that's a business account.
That is where our deposits go. So we're still figuring out the payout situation. Right now, we're stealing from our business. So we understand
not stealing,
that.
You're just paying yourself to survive.
Yeah, we're paying
pretty much.
ourselves out, but there's no structure to it. It's not on a bi-weekly basis or a weekly basis.
And she would and if we did go out, it would literally be like coffee at a coffee shop or like a lunch during that 8 to 8 time frame.
And y'all just swipe the card.
We just swipe the card. It wouldn't be like no bowling or no,
I genuinely don't have time for that. Neither does she. We don't have time to just go hang out.
Yeah,
so y'all always together?
We're always together.
Much, yeah.
We're full-time in Custom Visionz, and we literally work from like 7 a.m. to like midnight all day.
So while she's designing, what are you doing?
Managing. So anything within the business that needs to be done. So whether that's sending out the work to the clients, communicating with the clients, sitting on consultations, follow-up meetings. We have a couple active projects happening right now. So I do dabble into, like we have an event happening right now. And my part of the event is more of like the intimate logistics part of it. Hers is like the designing. So of course she did the event logo, the event website.
Is your event or for a client?
For a client.
Okay. So you're charging for the graphics and being there to manage the event, or you're just including that with the graphics?
Well, we have event marketing packages, and this particular client is on an event marketing package, and within his package, he receives these things.
Okay, I see. So
basically anything that I can't do within design, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if that's editing videos, posting the videos, the
and sometimes
captions.
she'll like go in and make revisions to like flyers and stuff. But once like things are completed, they have to be sent out. I could send them out, but I would prefer working on the next project, sending the finished project to her so she could send it over to the client and I could work on the next
I think
thing.
that's a good flow.
Yeah.
But my question is, okay, you both have your own personal accounts.
Yes.
How does the money get into that personal account?
Transfers.
From where?
Like Zelle transfers
From where?
from the business bank account.
So
But honestly, essentially, like we're not even pulling anything from that account. Like everything's sitting there, and why we're not doing so is because we don't have the knowledge on this to be touching it. Like we just want everything from the business to go in there.
Okay, let me ask this. What's the most recent thing you bought for yourself?
These clothes.
But y'all bought them together.
Yeah.
Business expense.
Oh, okay.
That tongue ring you got. Who paid for that?
My mother, a long time ago. It's old. Last
That
thing
bracelet,
we bought
who paid for that?
This was another, like, I would say this was a business expense because we went and got, like, matching outfits for an event.
Y'all did it together.
We did it
did it
together.
together.
We do a lot together.
I couldn't even
Y'all
tell you
ever
the
do
last
anything
day.
separately?
Not right now. We're dedicated.
We're dedicated to the cause.
No, as you should.
And we want to do those things, David. It's not that.
Okay. And I'm not saying you got to, so I would imagine y'all got one car.
No.
You got separate cars?
We
Yeah,
have
we have separate cars.
Yes, we have separate cars.
What was you about to say? Because you wasn't about to agree with that.
We have a car and a half. Yeah. We had 2 cars, and my car broke down, so we're currently sharing a car.
Yeah.
Okay. But y'all have one car. Y'all just go everywhere together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Y'all really best friends, huh?
Yeah. We're sisters, best friends, business partners.
I think she has a best friend.
Roommates.
You
I do
have a
have a
best-
best friend. Yeah, I have a best friend.
Yeah,
She
and
has
I have a best friend as well.
She has a
You have a
best
best friend and y'all.
We're best friends too, yeah.
All right. Okay. So y'all both survive off of the money that goes into the business account. And every now and again, you'll pull some money from the business account. If y'all happen to somehow be apart, you'll just transfer money from the business to your personal account and you'll use the card.
Unless it's something to do with the business, then obviously I'm just
No, if
using
it's
the
just
card.
personal.
Yeah. Okay, so if it's personal, then I'm transferring. Yeah.
Y'all dating anybody?
No.
No.
How could you?
Don't got the time, David.
I feel that. Do either one of you desire that part of your life?
Not at this season.
Not in this season, but yes.
Okay. I'm so confused.
Okay.
I'm not confused necessarily. I'm almost nervous though, because it seems like we haven't talked about how we're going to split this money. And because you're sisters, I think it's important that we have this conversation right now.
Okay.
I think the most on surface thing is, we both make the same amount of money. It's 50-50. But there could be a time where she feels away because she's having to do all the design work. So does she get more? Or she only has the design work because you go and get it. But what if people start DMing her directly saying, I want to pay you? Then she gets the client and does the work. It's a tough conversation that needs to be had, but I'd rather we have it now before we have to have it.
Absolutely. I agree.
Because somebody could be feeling away at some point, right? You could be thinking, I'm bringing in all the money. I could find another designer to do it. You're my sister, so I don't want to do that. But, I'm building the whole business. We need to have this conversation. This hot seat episode is incredible, okay? But I know what you're thinking. Yo, David is talking to me. You know why? Because you need more information, you need more support, and you need more money. But until you get the information that you need, and until you get the support, it's gonna be almost impossible to make more money. That's why we created the Morning Meetup. The Morning Meetup is the only community that gathers every single day. Now, I know what you're thinking. David, I can't be on a call every single day. You don't have to. You can pick which day you want to be on. Thursdays, we do Q&A. Monday through Wednesday, just straight information. Friday, it's just a community day. But you need to have access to the #1 entrepreneurial community in the world for those who make under $250,000. Listen, you've been forgot about. Everybody's talking about how to make millions and how to make billions, but that's not what we're on right now. I want to teach you how to make an extra $1,000 a month. I want to teach you how to make an extra $4,000 a month that can really take care of some things. But as you're building as an entrepreneur, there's so much you don't know. But I want to give you access to me every single morning, if you choose, okay? So for $497 for the entire year, you can meet up with me every single morning. We do physical meetups. We have a book club that we discuss a book every single day. We read 1 to 2 books every single month, and we take it step by step. Listen, you're struggling as an entrepreneur, and you need a community, and you need a coach, and I'm gonna give you both, okay? And quiet as kept, most of the people that are on the podcast for Hot Seat, they're actually coming from the community. They get first dibs on everything I do. So if you want to be connected to me in any way, the first step is to join the Morning Meetup right now. Go to themorningmeetup.com. If the stuff that I'm talking about in this episode resonates with you, you need to enroll right now. So click the link below. It's in the description somewhere, and go to themorningmeetup.com. Let's get back to the interview.
Okay.
So, how do you think the money should be split?
50-50.
50-50? Same?
I would say 50-50.
Any other thoughts?
No other thoughts.
Okay. What happens when y'all have to bring on another designer and you're building the business and y'all got, let's say, 3 designers, including your sister. You build the business, you bring in all the money, and you're distributing it to all 3 of them. And your sister gets sick one day, and now they're still doing it. Just split the money 50-50, correct?
Yes, I think that's the right answer.
I'm just asking.
I mean, I've never really looked at it like that. I think I've looked at it at like a just like mass level. So I just looked at it. We look at our business at a mass level. So I look at it being a mass operation with a big team. Yes. So it's like when I look at it at that level, I haven't really broken it down to where it would be like 2 designers and how we would split it that way. And that's probably why we haven't taken on a team, because it's like, what does that look like? You know,
because it's almost, she's talent. Yeah. She's a talent. Mm-hmm. You can find a bunch of talent. I'm not trying to create any dissension, but I am trying to have these conversations now because feelings start to arise as you start to grow. You guys are young right now, excited. I don't need no boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. I don't need no significant other. I'm cool. It's just us. But time goes by and y'all get grown and realize I don't want to spend the rest of my life living with my sister every day.
Right.
Yeah.
And
that's definitely not the plan.
Yeah, that's not the plan.
Sure.
That's not the plan.
Yeah.
Right, and I understand that. But we haven't talked about the plan.
Yeah.
I would imagine we talk about the vision.
Yeah.
But we've got to be real business women and start to look at the things that can come between you all now. Feelings happen. In fact, most of the people that find themselves in court, I think it was like a stat that said like 85% of people who find themselves in court had a relationship before. It's not total strangers.
Interesting.
I don't want that to happen because you got a beautiful relationship, but it will if we leave things to chance in thought.
Yeah.
Oh, I think of course my sister would think this. It doesn't work that way. So we need to come up with a structure now because you are stealing from the business, but we need to have some sort of benefit coming. I don't care if it's $10 a week, but we need to have this business feeding both of you.
I think that's healthy because I believe that we've bumped heads about that at least once or twice, you know.
What did y'all bump heads about? Tell me about it.
About like not having our own personal money to like kind of go do things, everything kind of just going to the business, us eat, sleeping, breathing, slaving Custom Visionz. Not really the conversations between the splits, but even the work. Like, I am going out there, I'm very good with my words. I do sell the stuff, and then she's very good at designing, and it is like a mutual thing. But we have been like, well, I bring all the clients in, and she's like, well, I do all the work. You know
So
what I'm
y'all
saying?
had this conversation.
Yeah,
We've had that conversation.
You know how I know?
Yeah,
What?
we've had
I
it.
am the entrepreneur whisperer.
Yeah.
Okay? I know what's happening before I know what's happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right? So I put it in hypothetical situations, in a hypothetical way, but I know both of you have these thoughts.
But we
can't-
overcame it. We
Yeah,
overcame it.
I would say we
fought it.
overcame it. We're in a good place with it, and we have a mutual understanding.
We
So-
understand each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah, but we don't have a mutual understanding of the business. We don't.
Okay, so my big vision is to have like a
Turn the
team
mic.
delegated within the graphic design, within sales, within customer experience. So there's going to be different departments getting minimum wage, a little bit over minimum wage. So that's how I've always looked at it. I've never looked at it like, oh, like starting small. Like I've
always just seen the
I've
big
always seen the
picture.
big vision, the big picture for it all. So getting a building and getting these different departments built out, and then just having a hiring event or posting on Indeed and get like, you know, people fresh out of high school, maybe in college, studying graphics or branding, marketing, and just hiring them at $10, $12 an hour. That's how I've always looked at it.
I like it.
Yeah.
Big plus. And we've written this, like we planned this.
Yeah.
Good.
Like we wrote in our business plan out. We put every department, because we look at all the things we do within our agency, and we're like, everything we do within the agency is a job. And
Yeah.
right now we're doing it. And it's a job opportunity for somebody else in the future under Custom Visionz. So
Good.
we literally wrote it all down, seeing what that looks like, what our build out would look like planned it and prepared for it. Because it's one thing to just say it, and then it's
Right.
another thing to do it, you know? So it's like, what does that really look like? How do Custom Visionz get from here
Yeah.
to the building with the strong team? Because we're not just looking for any team. Our branding agency offers luxury branding and marketing. It's there's something about it. It steers away from the Canva designs or the overused templates because it's unique. So anybody.
You find luxury designers at $10 an hour?
No.
It's been difficult. I see the design department. I don't know if they're going to get 10, but I know for sure like the customer experience and probably salespeople are going to get 10.
They're
plus
gonna get what they
commission.
deserve. We don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know. We're still working through it, but like I
get
could
what they
definitely
deserve.
imagine the designers getting paid more for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
And we have tried looking for designers within our own business, like as of right now, and we've been unsuccessful just because the work is very generic and you've seen the quality. I want it there or I'm not hiring at all.
Yeah, because
so.
we only use Adobe and Creative Cloud. We don't use Canva. And even if we do, you wouldn't even tell.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't even tell.
And then they show
it was
us
on there.
their portfolios, and you could tell they're like these generic templates that everybody uses. So I'm just like, I can't take you seriously as a designer.
But it's like the big vision, like when the building opens, or like before it does. I don't know. I love Atlanta because you can do a hiring event like that, and it can be a big thing in Atlanta,
Yeah.
and all the creatives will show up in the house.
Okay.
And it's then a matter of,
I think you guys got a really good vision for the business. Now let's talk about the vision that you have for yourself. Let's start with you. What's
So-
your vision, your big vision for you?
for me, Jania.
5 years from today, where is Jania? What does Jania's life look like?
So 5 years from today, Jania will be a very successful entrepreneur. She will own Custom Visionz. Custom Visionz will be in the city of Atlanta and be a phenomenal branding and marketing agency. Aside from the agency she's built up, she'll be a full-time motivational speaker, world-renowned. She wants to travel the world and be a motivational speaker, motivating people to be the best version of themselves, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and financially. I will see myself continuing to become the best version of Jania. I used to be 350 pounds. I'm currently down 150 pounds.
Wow.
So this is a lifestyle for me.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Good.
Thank
Proud
you
of
so much. So this is a lifestyle for me. So I see myself continuing to become that best version of Jania in the next 5 years. I've always said this since I was little, that I retire at 30 years old. I'm 24, so I have a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
So within the next 5 years, 6 years, I do see myself being retired. People might be like, what does that look like? You're just done working? I'm just, that retired thing, how much money does it take to be retired? I'm trying to fulfill that. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to master that because I don't believe that it takes your whole life. So in the next 5 years, yes, Custom Visionz, fully owned and operated in Atlanta. I'll be a full-time motivational speaker, just traveling the world and speaking. And then maybe around that time, start building a family as well. I think 30 is a good time for me to like kind of start building a family, because God has been working on me from 16 to 30 and preparing me and equipping me and getting me ready to now be wife, to be mom, and that's kind of what he's doing now. So that's what I would say for me in the next 5 years, aside from all this Custom Visionz talk.
Love it. Okay.
Okay. I would say, of course, building Custom Visionz
Turn your
up.
mic a little bit. Just turn it.
Sorry.
There you go. You good? No, you good.
Okay, I would say definitely building Custom Visionz up to where it could run itself, having, managers, employees in place, so where we could step aside and, of course, operate it from a distance, but it doesn't consume so much of my time. So definitely getting the building opened, and then aside from Custom Visionz, oh my gosh, it takes so much of my time. I'm a real estate agent. I got my real estate license when I was 18. Yeah, I got it when I was 18 during COVID. That income was coming in with the pandemic, and I bought a computer to learn graphics, and I got my real estate license. So those are like two investments that I decided to purchase, and I still have my real estate license. It's still active. So I think I would just delegate more time to real estate and building a portfolio as an agent, building my career as an agent, and building a family as well.
Cool. Do you sell houses now?
I don't have the time for it, honestly.
When's the last time you sold a house?
I don't have the time for it. I haven't sold a house this year. Like, it's been a while, and it's just because Custom Visionz is taking a lot of my time, and I'm okay with that. I feel like I have to master one thing before I could master the next. And
Do you still get calls like
friends and family, and I am still active. So it's like if I find a client that's ready and able, like I will take it on, but I'm not gonna search for it because I don't have the time to.
How many houses have you sold?
A couple.
Like 2?
Yeah.
How much did you make?
Oh, why is that relevant? I just feel like it's a different, I had to shift from that. Like, it was something I was really looking forward to for a while.
How much were the houses?
300,000 range.
So one was 300,000, one was what?
Like, a little lower.
So about 300,000.
Yeah, like.
So you sold about $600,000 worth of houses.
Yeah.
Before the business took off.
Yeah, so we can calculate that. I mean, 3% of 600,000.
I mean, it's not much because although it's 600,000 in sales, like when you look at the commission, it's only like what?
Split? What's your split?
70-30.
You get 70%.
Yeah.
So 3% of 600,000, 10% of 60,000, 55% would be 30,000. Half of that would be probably 20,000. 70% of the 20,000 would be what?
Like 14, 16.
6, 7,
14,
something.
000.
Yeah, so maybe about 14,000
each.
It's not much.
Like 85 and then 7.
Not a whole lot.
My thing is with real estate, it's very time.
But real quick, do you still have some of the money?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you make money any other way?
Yes.
Other than Custom Visionz?
I get paid on TikTok now for speaking.
Oh, as a content creator?
Yeah.
You make a lot of money.
I mean, it looks fine.
She just got her first check.
I got my first check.
How much was your first check?
700.
Really?
Yeah, it's crazy. Just doing my
Nice.
passion, because I don't do it for money. Everything I know that God will bring in income.
So you guys have separate accounts.
Yes.
And you guys make money separately.
I mean,
If I wanted to, and if you wanted to, I'm sure you could do your own thing.
yeah, we could make money
I'm
separately.
sure Jania could get paid for speaking
But
engagement.
I'm saying both of you are making money separately. Like you could sell a house tomorrow.
Yeah.
You are an
go
influencer on
speak.
TikTok? Okay.
Yeah.
And you're making money. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why we don't have to touch the bank account. No, you do take money out of the bank account.
Yeah. Well, honestly, everything's Custom Visionz. There's no time for real estate. There's no time for speaking. Like there's
Our
just
demand
not.
is just like we have
Our
so many
demand's not.
clients, and there's so many things that are ongoing.
I'm asking you a
so-
question. Again, I'm only having these conversations because I don't want them to come up later. Let's just
Okay.
have them now.
Okay.
Yeah.
The check $700. Let's see that.
I put it in
Let's
the
say
business
that
account.
check goes So that 700 goes into the business
I
account.
put it in the business account.
So they start sending you checks for 7,000. You put them in the business account.
I just put the first one in there. I didn't think that far.
Okay, good. Your commission, let's say you sell a house, you put that in the business account.
It's gonna go to my account.
Do you see how that could cause something?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
That could like really destroy a part of the relationship. It's like, you know, I had to go show them showings. Why would I put that in the account? And you're like, well, I put my 700 in the account. She's like, well, 700, 7,000, it's kind of different. I made 7,000 on this commission. I'm not putting that in here.
Right.
Right? So, but the company still pays the rent for where you're living. Y'all go out, the company still pays for y'all clothes, and you might be thinking, well, you can buy your own clothes. I can't. We need to figure out a structure of where this money goes.
So I feel like we have thought about it, right? 'Cause
No,
when
y'all haven't.
Listen, when we made our
Okay,
business.
real quick. If she sells a house tomorrow, she takes 7,000, puts it in her account. You putting 700 in the account from some TikToks that you created. You created them, or the company created them?
No, I created them.
You created them. Would you feel away and say, let me get my 700 back?
I mean, I feel like this is all hypothetical feelings.
No, it's not hypothetical. This
But
is
if you're
a
a
What
real-
did you do
team.
with the 700? What'd you do with it?
I went and bought us an 18-month gym membership so we could go to the gym together.
for both of y'all.
Well, it's like LA Fitness. You get a guest pass with it, so it's
Yeah,
like
and then,
I was
and then
just.
she got 7,000. She would probably buy me a car because I don't have one right now. So it's kind of like I think the way we.
I swear.
So it's kind of like right now we just been
I
a
don't
team.
know.
But you're right. These
know till the
conversations do need to
7,000
have.
comes.
Yeah, I
no,
guess. But
for
she
sure.
will shoot. I
Let me
mean,
tell y'all love each other,
Yeah.
but money destroys things.
it does.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
The love for money is the root of all evil.
For sure. But not even the love of money. The introduction of money into a relationship strains the relationship almost every time.
Yeah, I could see that.
I agree.
Your expectation, she probably bought me a car. You're like, hey, you made that money. Let's
She
go
gonna be
car
like,
shopping.
"Girl."
And she like, car shopping?
Right. Well, my 7,000.
I might help you out and get your car fixed. You need 800 for some brakes? I got you. You my sister. But the 7,000 to buy a new car? I hear what you're saying. You would do it? Yeah.
It's always been us, David.
I hear
No,
what you're
because it's
saying.
like me and her. It's always been us since I graduated high school. She's believed in me. I've believed in her, and she's poured into my visions. When I wanted to be a real estate agent, she was like, "Go take that test.
Go take it again. Take it again."
Yeah, like she encouraged me when I needed a car and I was down bad. She would let me drive her car. So it's like it's only right that I contribute in some way, shape, or form.
I was out there trying to sell her old Honda to the Mexicans so we
Yeah.
could get her new
Let me
one.
ask you a question.
Yeah.
How long, you guys are like spiritual?
Yes.
Okay. What kind of spiritual? Because there's a lot of spirituals out here.
Oh, well, we're Christians. We believe in God.
Okay, so you're Christians. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, cool. How long do you think Satan has been operating?
Probably as long as God has.
Billions of years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Fair to say he's pretty good at it.
Yeah. Kill, steal, and destroy.
Do you think y'all have been his biggest challenge?
No.
You think he's broken up better relationships? Things creep into the middle of every good relationship and you will be tested.
Yeah.
And we don't know how it's going to work out until it happens. So what I'm asking you all to do is to start having these conversations up front, these expectations. Hey, what do you think I should do with my real estate commissions? Hey, I want to go really, really hard on TikTok. What do you think I should do with that money? Is the agreement that all money outside is all money in? Is that the agreement? If not, well, maybe there's a percentage. Because we're building this thing together, everything that you make, you put a percentage into the company, everything that I make, because maybe the percentage is earned because we support each other. That's why it goes into the pot. So I can support you in your real estate ventures because I know that 30% of what you take is going into the company anyway. I'm cool with that. And it's up front so I can never feel away because we designed this structure together.
Right. And you're talking about like having this conversation now, so in the next 5 years, as our lives transforms, the business builds, the money comes.
I'm talking about later this year. It can happen tomorrow.
It can.
Yeah.
It can. It's happening, actually.
Listen,
By 2026, like, it's going to happen.
No. I'm not talking about the success of the business.
Well, if the money, these conversations need to happen now because the success of the business won't come unless they happen now.
Well, we need to have the conversation now because we don't know what tomorrow holds. Okay. I learned this from Patrick Bet-David. He was telling me this story. And he asked me the question that I'm going to ask you. Have either one of you had COVID before?
I had COVID.
You've had COVID?
Yeah.
Do you know where you got it from?
I think family gathering.
You know specifically who gave it to you?
Not the person, but I went to an event and then like a couple days
We
after.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's in the air and it happens.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my gosh, I caught this thing.
Right.
And there's nothing I can do about it. It's mine now. I got to deal with it. So he prefaced the conversation that way. And he said, and I think my question was like, what is, we were talking about your biggest fear, the things that happen. He said, one of my biggest fears is that my children, the relationship between my children and I are strained. So he started telling the story about his friend, how his friend and his friend's daughter had the best relationship, best friends. I mean, they do everything together, super in love. His daughter goes off to college and comes back and is a different person. The relationship wasn't the same anymore. Maybe she had some sort of experience, or, you know, like one day the switch flips and it's like, well, I got other interests. And the dad's heart was like broken, like, yo, we used to do everything together. But the child started growing up. Where does that come from? We don't know.
Right.
It's not like the daughter went and bought a new attitude from the store. You wake up one day and you are another person. You ever had a relationship? Been in a relationship?
Yeah.
What happened? You like this person? You ever been in love? You ever been in love?
No. Just with the Lord. Amen.
No.
You never been in love?
No.
What about a strong like I really like this person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah.
Something happens. They're not the person that we met. It's like, well, dang, it's like yesterday we was all in, and then today, why you acting like that? Why you
No,
acting
we
funny?
went through something like that, and I feel like we learned a lot from it.
Where does it come from?
A distraction, I think.
The distraction, we weren't
Satan
aligned.
has been operating
Yeah.
for billions of years.
Yeah.
He's
Temptation.
really good at it.
Yeah.
Really good. A thought can creep into your mind that you can't get out. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
A thought, a concept, a feeling,
Yeah.
where you look at her differently and you don't know where it came from. I want to have these conversations now because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And the more we have on paper, that's creating an understanding so that my imagination and my thoughts don't run wild of what I think she thinks.
Yeah.
This is important.
Yeah.
I'm spending so much time on this because you guys have a beautiful relationship, and I don't want anything to happen to this.
Yeah.
But the more clarity we have, we can't assume she'd buy your car. You might know her. She's like, yes, I would. Well, we don't know. But we can't, those types of things we can't assume.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay?
I agree.
So what we're going to do is we're going to identify the money flow of this business. Where does the money come from? TikTok comes in. What do we do with that? If you guys make some extra money from anywhere, what percentage goes into the company?
Okay.
And out of that, there should be some sort of distribution model in your business.
But for our personal funds, like, what do you think? You think?
I don't think that we have any personal funds.
But if we did, and in the case we do, what would you want to do with it? Would you want to put it in your own account or put a percentage in the business account?
I would probably want to put it in my own account and spend it all on myself.
Yeah, and I would want to do the same. So it's like, why would the money that I'm earning on my own work outside of the business, why would it go to the business?
I like that.
What percentage? Like, it has nothing to do with the business, so
Right.
keep it separate. It's a different
Okay.
entity.
I like that. The
Yeah.
reason I'm saying that is because she introduced a new element. She went and made some money outside of you and put it into the business account. So her expectation might be, when we make money outside of here, we put it into the business. You're having a conversation like, why would we do that?
We did have that conversation. She asked me, and I said, spend it on yourself. That's what I said. And she said, what should I do? What should I do? I was like, get a gym membership, because she fell off her grind for a little bit. She had a personal trainer. She wasn't working with them anymore. So I was like, get a gym membership.
Okay, so you're saying, you said you put it in the account.
Yeah. And then spend
But you spend it on you anyway.
Yep.
Yeah.
We can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
We can't put it in the, because whether you put it in the account or you had it in your own account, you'd have bought that gym membership anyway.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So we can't make it seem like I'm taking my personal money and putting it into the account if we're spending on ourselves anyway.
Yeah.
And saying, well, I get to bring somebody, so now it's a business expense. That can get muddy.
Yeah.
You understand?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
So if she made the same amount of money, $700, and kept it to herself, you may feel away. Well, I put my money in the account. Why didn't you?
Right.
So the agreement now is, when you get another money check from TikTok, what do you do with it?
Put it in my personal account, keep it away from the business.
You get a speaking gig, what do you do?
Put it in my personal account, keep it away from the business.
So any money that y'all make
Unless it's
together,
a speaking engagement for Custom Visionz, right?
how do you do a speaking engagement for Custom Visionz?
Maybe we get booked to
What
speak.
you mean? How you get booked? People will book us to talk
speak.
about branding
Well,
and
if
marketing.
both of y'all get booked, cool.
Okay, so then if it was a pair, it would be a pair thing,
when
not
it
just
comes
me.
to Custom Visionz, we both show up. It's not one or the other, and we won't do it
Yeah.
one or the
Yeah,
without
yeah.
the
so
other.
if it's Custom Visionz speaking, yes. If it's me,
Yeah.
personal.
And that makes complete
Just keep that
sense to me.
that red line between what's personal and then what's business.
I don't like to mix entities. I think they're all different. They're all different names, different, EINs, different LLCs. So I don't see the need to combine them.
Right.
Yes, okay. I'm just giving scenarios.
Okay.
Because even that could get muddy. If y'all could speak together, it's a Custom Visionz.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's say, for instance, one of y'all clients call you and say, yo, I got a women's brunch and I want you to speak about empowerment, not branding, nothing. I want you to, you are a motivational speaker. I want to give you $1,500. What do we call that?
That's just Jania.
That's-
I have
Is it?
Jania the
Even though it came from a client from Custom Visionz?
Yes.
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 Okay,
Yeah, they're
all
booking
right.
Jania the
Yes.
inspiration.
I-
That's my
This-
name. That's
okay,
so I have my own
let
little
me
thing.
ask this question.
Okay.
One of the clients that you did what are we doing? One of the clients that we hired, or one of our clients that we service, says, hey, you did great for me. I want you to come speak about branding and marketing because you're good at speaking. What do we call that?
I would say I would automatically bring Ayanna in on that because it's a duo for Custom
But
Visionz.
they don't want Ayanna. They want you.
Well, then I wouldn't speak about branding and
Why wouldn't you?
but Custom Visionz is booked as a duo. I don't think I would go speak about branding and marketing without my business partner who runs the business with me.
Well, you do the branding and marketing, and she does the design. I want you to speak. I don't got time for two of y'all. I got time, a 30-minute slot for a speaker.
Well, then I would go on Custom Visionz' behalf, and that money would still go into the business account.
So if it's about branding and marketing, goes into the
Yes,
account.
anything
Yeah.
relationship.
Motivational, inspirational. Okay.
Yes,
Separate,
Do you
yeah.
understand why these conversations are so important?
yes.
Yeah.
Because, I thought that when you go speak, when I go speak, I do it myself.
Mm-hmm.
But once you're talking about branding and marketing, and it came from a client that we had, so that goes
Right.
both.
It's contradicting. It's just,
You feel me?
right.
So when you go speak, here's what I would do. If you go speak about anything, that's a speaking gig. If it comes from a client, maybe the company gets a commission. Y'all do it together, of course, it splits.
Okay. I like
Yeah.
that.
But we have to have these conversations. Satan has been working for at least 6 billion years.
Yeah.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah. I
You understand?
Yeah, I get it.
Good. Okay.
We've been through so much together, so it's
Yes.
just like I feel like there's nothing that could come.
And we were meant to
between
go
us.
through this hot seat together, so that way you could tell us this,
For
and
sure,
that way we
yeah.
would know it.
And we
so.
appreciate it for sure.
Yeah,
it's
we're
just never
receiving it.
happened before. Like I guess it has happened, but we've overcame it. Like we have been through,
But on a big
lot
level, like serious
together.
level, because
Yeah.
I was expecting that car. I ain't gonna lie. So if she wouldn't give me that car, I feel some type of way. I ain't gonna hold you.
Hey, look. If,
the expectation now.
100%. Hey, listen, you've never been in real estate.
Right.
I've been a real estate agent. And I know what it's like to take a client to house 1, 2, 3,
58.
12.
They said no.
I want to go back and see house number 3 and 5 and 10.
It's a lot of work.
Those don't work. Then you got to go see house number 15, 16, 20, and eventually, finally, they go back to the one you told them to buy, and they buy that one.
Or it's under contract with someone else, and you have to
100%.
restart the whole process.
But when she sees all the work she had to do to make this commission, her first thought isn't, let me buy my sister a car.
Right.
You understand?
Right. Nobody wants to work hard for something and then give it to somebody else. Nobody likes that feeling. Because I feel like that. Like I do cold calls for the business.
Yep.
Like I do a lot to try to bring us leads. And I'll be like, I'm putting my heart on the line. I'm be telling her.
But I'm doing all the work.
But then she be doing all the work.
So it's like that's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is bring clients, get on the phone, send your emails, do your admin.
See, but check this out.
You're good.
When you say all you got to do is, she feels away.
I know. I'll be like, what you mean all I gotta do? I don't just do this.
Right.
I'll be doing this, and this.
For sure.
These are real life things,
This is an
guys.
argument we've had before.
This is real.
Yes, you can't
We're
say
in a
things like all you
healthier
got to
place
do
now.
is.
I
And
know.
she can't say, well, all you got to do is.
Yeah.
Right. Now we'd be like, I respect what you do. I respect your place in the business.
Because personally,
I value it.
I
Same
can't
here.
I can't get on the phone. I could send emails, but it's just it's not what I want to do. I'm not as vocal as her. I'm very introverted, so I just feel like it fits her personality better.
Yep.
And what I do is like she can't get on the computer and design like I can. She can, but it won't look as good.
Yeah,
So
I be trying. Be trying. I'm like the revision
Bruh,
girl.
there's so many things in this conversation. The fact that you be trying
That fact that
alarms me. And the fact that you say, well, I could get on the phone and make calls, that alarms me. And let me tell you something.
Tell me.
Both of y'all are going to somehow stumble across somebody that you are emotionally connected to. And that significant other that you start talking to may quite possibly be in your ear with their best interest at heart. Or let's imagine you start dating somebody who is good with cold calls and all that kind of stuff, and they can get you clients and they start bringing you clients.
I'd hope not.
Say it again?
I'd hope not. They would have their own thing going on. I wouldn't want to commingle my husband with my boyfriend with my business. He has
be
his
trying
own
to do a lot.
thing.
They be
He
trying-
has his
trying
own
to do a
thing.
lot.
He needs to have his own thing. It's a requirement. He needs to have something going on. He can't come into my flow.
Yeah, for sure. But maybe can enhance that. My point is, you don't know who you're gonna fall in love with. You don't know.
Okay.
Satan has been doing this for billions of years, and he's way more experienced at breaking whatever bond y'all think y'all got.
Right.
But we have to fight against that.
Amen.
You understand?
Amen.
Yeah.
Business is tricky. Relationships are tricky.
Yeah.
Emotions are clumsy.
Yeah.
And it's hard for us to manage them all.
Agree.
So I think y'all are doing great. You get the clients, you design it, for sure. It's the intangibles that I'm more concerned about that we need to get under wraps. One is we need to start outlining understanding of what happens in y'all personal lives. Okay? We need to start designing an agreement of what happens when we start bringing on either more designers or more marketers, more appointment setters.
Okay.
You two are co-CEOs of this company. That's first. Your first role isn't design. Your first goal isn't marketing. That's not your first job. Your first jobs together are to run this company. I don't want to get into this conversation, but one of you need to be a CEO because there needs to be someone whose voice is slightly louder than the other so that we can break a tie and we both have these understandings.
Okay. We talked about it last night a little bit.
Good. But your first role is running the company. Every now and again, y'all step down from those chairs and you got to go design. Every now and again, you go make calls. But if we understand that both of us are running this company, anybody that comes into the business is now replacing what we do. And we can start running the company at some point. And every now and again, we get out of that CEO, COO, whatever y'all are gonna call yourselves in your role. You step down from that chair and you run the company, but get back up there because we run the company together. So that I don't want you to ever think that you my boss and I'm not your boss. We run this thing together. However, there needs to be a system where there's a tiebreaker. You believe something strongly, you believe something strongly. Well, at some point, let's say she's gonna be the CEO, you have to be okay with, and trust her vision has the company's best interest at heart, and say, okay, let me get out of my feelings, okay, let's do it that way. And you fully support her way.
Or she supports my way.
Either way, but we
When
need to
I
figure it
get
out.
into this right now,
Well, I'm just saying. I'm
Hold
just
on now.
saying. He just looks at you. I'm like, what about me?
we'll get there.
Okay.
Get there.
It's okay.
We kind of talked about it last
It's
time.
We did talk
hypothetical.
about it. You said I would be the CEO, right?
Yeah.
You said, okay. So
CEO?
I'd be the CEO.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
All
because
right.
she feels like it's my skill.
Yeah.
I was talking hypothetically,
Right.
and you felt the way about that.
I didn't feel a way about
A
it.
little.
I don't care because she was good with decisions. I trust her with decisions.
Good.
She's very vocal. I trust her
Here's
at
the
the end of the
thing.
day.
I don't.
He's like, just
I'm
work
just
it out.
It's just hypothetical.
Do it, bro.
Whichever
Well, you said we
one's-
need to have the conversation, so
Yeah.
we're having the conversation.
100%. So
That's
who's
all
the
it
CEO?
is.
You're the CEO.
Yeah.
You're COO. Operations.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Good. And why do you trust her as a CEO to run the company?
I trust her as a CEO to run the company because I believe that she'll make the best decisions for the company. And she'll hold the company at the value that we set together.
Is she more logical than emotional?
100%.
Yeah, definitely more logical.
100%.
100%.
Y'all are making the right decision.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because CEO needs to think in logic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not in
And that's our
emotion.
whole dynamic. She's very emotional and she's very
I'm passionate.
Yeah.
she says it's passion, I say it's aggression, but regardless,
I mean, well,
it's
look.
a lot of emotion.
In a COO operation,
Uh-huh.
that's needed.
I know, that's why I wouldn't be mad if she
This
was
is perfect.
CEO.
No. But running the operations,
yeah, I see what
running
you
the
mean.
operations,
Yeah.
we need that passion. We
Yeah.
need that emotion. We need that. Yo, we're just gonna
Delegation.
go get it. Yeah, and I don't care about your feelings. I got to be aggressive with making it happen.
Yeah,
Right?
she's fit.
Perfect.
Love it.
So you're the CEO. Congratulations. You're the COO. You run things. Congratulations.
Hey.
Now we need to figure out how this money flows.
Right.
Let's look at our bank account right now. Let's say today is the starting point.
Okay.
At the end of every month, let's look at the money that was generated above where we're at right now. Let's say the starting point is $5,000. Anything above the $5,000, we start like in profit, like take out rent, take out all that kind of stuff, and we have some sort of split.
Okay.
Maybe it's 10%,
With what's left.
15%, 20%. Yeah, for real. So let's say, for instance, you got 5,000 right now, and let's say next month, what are y'all averaging monthly?
About 10.
About 10,000?
Yes. Yeah.
So let's say $10,000. Let's say the house is doubling as the office. Okay?
Yeah, essentially.
We take 2,000 out of that 10,000, and we pay the rent. So we got 8,000 left. Let's say there's softwares, there's whatever. Let's say it's another 1,000. Let's say we're at 7,000. Let's say there's some other expenses, dinners, all that kind of stuff. Another 1,000. We're at 6,000. We take the $6,000 and decide on a percentage of this 6,000 that we start to split.
And give to ourselves.
Yes, into your personal accounts.
Correct.
Don't say 6,000. Let's say we decide on, we want to keep the business flush with cash, so it might be 20% of the 6,000. So 20% of 6,000 is 1,200. You get 600. You get 600. In your personal accounts, you don't have to dress alike all the time. You can buy your own shoes.
Yeah.
You can get your hair done, do what you do. Out of these personal expenses. Does that make sense?
Yes.
We can't keep dipping into the business for personal stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And then whatever you make in TikTok, whatever you're doing on the side or whatever, y'all fund y'all lifestyles like that.
Right.
But now we have an understanding and we put the stuff on paper.
I love that, because this is playing a role into what we are having conversations about, because we know that this is needed. So we thank you for this, because we know this is like a missing piece in what we're trying to do. We can't keep doing the things the way we've been doing them, and we're aware of that. So as we grow, we tighten our screws so we could just be better, because if we see it at a high level, things like this need to be talked about right now. Not when it comes and you're trying to do everything and that.
Man, let me tell you.
Right.
When the numbers, you get a $100,000 contract, design contract, and we see that money in the account. Ooh-wee. Right. You don't know what you're going to do when we see that.
And at one point we did have an employee, like we hired our brother, and he worked for us. He was only 16.
Another one of y'all?
Yeah, there's 3 of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Y'all fired him?
Yeah, no, he worked for us, and he was working for us for like 6 months. It was his first job. He was only 16, so he helped us in our emails, do content days, like everything we do, he'd help us. And in April, we actually received a call that we lost him.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that.
To gun violence.
Oh,
so not only was he our baby brother, but he worked for Custom Visionz, and he was a big part of everything that we do. And unfortunately, we did lose him. It's kind of hard for me to tell the story because it just happened. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Yeah,
I'm
but
so
it's
sorry to
just,
hear that.
he was making it happen with us. He was doing it with us.
And I feel like he's a big reason of why we're generating the revenue that we are at this point, because prior to him getting hired, we were stuck at like 4, like 5, and now we've made it to 10, which
he
is
helped
a
me
goal
do
for
cold
us.
emails, cold calls. Like, he was right there with me. I actually brought we planned his funeral after he passed away. Custom Visionz planned it. So this is like his
obituary.
Wow.
We did that. Yeah, I had to send him off. Instead of sending him a prom, we sent him to heaven. But it's only right for me to, bring him up in any conversation related to Custom Visionz, because just to honor his name and keep it living. Yeah. But he is a part of our why and why we do what we do in Custom Visionz.
Yeah. He really did believe in our business, and he was like one of the few people that we actually shared the vision with, and he's seen it firsthand, like how serious this meant to us, and he truly believed in it. Like, he would tell us all the time, like, y'all gonna be rich.
And I'd be like, bro, we all gonna be rich. Not just us, we all gonna be rich,
And he was like, you guys work so hard. Like, he really learned a lot from us, and we were so grateful to have him. So yeah, that's his obituary. We designed it. The funeral home sent us some design. We were like, oh no,
y'all not gonna send our brother out there being outdated. You know what I'm saying? But our mission, alongside of just Custom Visionz, branding and marketing business, is to really inspire the youth, for sure. We see that there's a problem in the city of Atlanta. 90% of youth that pass away are from gun violence in the city of Atlanta. 90%.
Yeah.
So when trying to look for my brother's news article, I see kids 13, 14, 15. They don't even make it to 20 years old before their life is taken from gun violence.
Wow.
And you don't know. It hits home until it happens. You don't really, I was just going on with my life. I didn't really pay no mind to gun violence. And then it happened to me. And I was like, wow. So
You have a responsibility.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So whatever creeps into the middle, or whatever creeps in emotionally, because it's happening. I'm telling you what's going to happen. Let's just remember, okay? Jay Sean would want you all to, work it out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, never, ever let anything creep between your relationship. Any hard conversation, let's just have it up front. Anytime you're ever feeling something, don't let it go. You're thinking something, don't let it go. Let's keep this tight, because I think you guys are going to be really, really successful.
Wow.
And I know you guys got a bright future, so.
Thank you.
We're
going to Invest Fest.
Let's go.
See us there. We're pitching ourselves.
Good.
Yeah, we applied for the pitch competition.
Yeah, we did.
I'm one of the judges, so.
Are you really?
He can't. I checked the judges. I've been searching.
You don't think I'm one of the judges?
Are you?
You're not.
Are you for the first round?
You're not one of the
Not
judges.
the main stage,
You know,
though.
I said that to impress you?
No, not the main stage, though. I just looked at
That's on
main stage
Saturday.
judges.
Yeah,
I'm
so
in
you
church-
must
I'm in
be
church
like.
on Saturday, yeah.
Okay, so you must.
You know what? I hope y'all do come to my little room. I'm like, they didn't think I was a judge anyway.
I know there's 2 stages. I was thinking about main stage.
Yeah,
I know it's going to be Rashad.
So the first day, it's like, because they got hundreds of people.
Yeah.
So they're all kind of being divided, and I'm one of the judges to decide.
But it hasn't been
which one
announced
goes to-
yet, though, right?
What hasn't?
You as a judge.
I mean, we got a bunch of judges.
Oh, we had no idea. We're excited.
Just didn't know.
We submitted our video
So
and we gave it to God, and we just hope to be selected.
I'm in church on Saturday, and I think Saturday is the day.
Okay,
Right.
And pick or something like that.
Yeah.
So
So we'll see you there then.
But watch us get in his room.
right, I'll be like, okay. Yeah, I didn't think I thought I was cat. No, thank y'all so much, and I know y'all gonna be super successful. So congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate you, David.
Absolutely.
It was pretty good. What'd you think?
It was a lot better than I expected. I was so nervous going in, but like it was great. It was just a conversation.
Yeah, it was a conversation. I don't know. I feel like I actually watched all of his hot seats like to prepare for this. And I don't know. I feel like he didn't go as hard as I thought he would.
He didn't go the route that I thought. I feel like he came for us personally versus business. Like I feel like
he was just kind of like, if you guys are going to plan to do this, you guys need to like get some things worked out before you do it, basically. And
within your personal life and your business life, which is true. So
and I thought that was like the best advice he could give, because I would rather have received that than, I don't know. It could have gone a couple of ways, but that was pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. I see him checking bank statements and, doing all type of stuff. Like, let me see them accounts, let me see the receipts. And it's not that I didn't have them, but I thought it was going to go more that route, and it didn't. It was just more surface level, but in a good way.
Yeah. I think that a lot of people come on here and they do like different things, and David's trying to like pinpoint what exactly it is that they do, and that's where his like, he's just trying to figure out what they're doing. So I think that's one thing I walked in here with, like just knowing like who Custom Visionz is, what Custom Visionz does, and we don't do Custom Visionz and hair, makeup, it's just Custom Visionz. So I was glad that we came in here with that, like after studying him, kind of seen that, so. I think that the overall advice for David was to figure out how we're going to split things, figure out what agreements need to be put in place when it comes to this business as a whole, the money flow of the business, how we're paying ourselves.
Yeah, just more structure overall.
The plan and the future of it. Because essentially, not only do we need to work out those personal things, but when we get a team one day and have a team, those things kind of need to be worked out. Like who will be the CEO, who will be the COO. So I believe that the gems he gave us are like really preparing us for our successful future, and we're grateful for that. Okay.
Well, it was 82 degrees in there, so
it was definitely hot.
I'm like, I don't know if this was part of the concept, but like someone needs to turn the AC on. No,
maybe we're just nervous.
No,
maybe it really wasn't.
Yeah, maybe it was nerves. I don't know, but regardless, the actual hot seat, it was warm. It was toasty. Yeah. And I think it was really just coming from nerves. David's a really cool guy, and he was able to talk to us, meet us where we're at, and really hear us out personal and on a business level. So I'm grateful for the conversation.
The advice I would give to somebody coming on the hot seat would be to really ask yourself these questions before David asks you these questions. Have a conversation with yourself and your business and see, is this really what I want to do? Is this really what I'm doing? And then what are the ins and outs of the business? See, a lot of us want to come to the hot seat to get questions answered that we technically could answer ourselves. So I would say come to David as prepared as you can, as articulated as you can, as structured as you can, because he will truly respect that. You can't come with like crumbs and pieces, or you do this and then you do that. I think that David himself has built a very successful business. The things that he's doing, the gems he's dropping, are to build other entrepreneurs. So it really is important to like take his knowledge and his gems and really apply it in business. So I say come prepared as possible. Talk in the mirror, talk to yourself, write these questions down, go on AI, like answer these questions that he may ask you before he asks you them. So you honestly have prepared your answer and you're not sitting there with ums and stutters and unpreparation, because that shows that you are able to articulate your business and what it is that you do. And there needs to be some back end work that needs to happen. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, I think preparation and confidence is everything, knowing who you are and what you want and actually being able to talk about it. If you do it every day, then you should be able to get on the hot seat and talk about it effortlessly. So just definitely come prepared, know your stuff, and confidence is everything. I feel like he feeds off of people that are uncertain, and he'll definitely come for you if you show any uncertainty. So just come confident, like you know what you're talking about, because you should know what you're talking about. Right. But yeah, that's all. I think we're two, like, although we're sisters, yes, we're best friends, yes, we're sisters, but we're still people at the end of the day. We're different. We have
honestly, we're not them sisters that are BFFs.
Yeah,
like, I just want to clear that up. Yeah, we're not that.
We're not
we have
that.
completely different personalities. Like, I'm like gym girly, sweat, lift weights. She's like, go to the cafe, be cute. Like, we're two different people. But when it comes to Custom Visionz, we're representing our business. So what you see, like the matching, the consistency, the, appearance is everything, and we're appearing for our business. So yeah, definitely clearing that up. We ain't besties like, oh my God,
sleep
forever.
In the same bed.
Like forever, sissy. Like,
we definitely need our time apart.
Yeah.
We bump heads if we spend too much time together. So we have our personal life, but we come together, of course, at the end of the day.
Another thing I would clear up, really isn't even a clearing thing. I just would touch on the topic of gun violence. I have to, in the love and honor of my brother who passed away from gun violence. It is something that is happening in the city of Atlanta, and more people need to be hearing about it. More people need to be bringing awareness to it. You don't really put an eye to it until it happens to you. So I just want to honor our brother Jay Sean, honor his name, who he was within Custom Visionz, and then also honor all of the lives that have been lost to gun violence. And I just pray whoever's listening, whoever's, watching, that we just continue to bring awareness to this, because this is an issue, and I don't want to just walk in and walk out like it's not, because it does really hit home, and it is something that we want to honor.
Yeah, I want to encourage any young man that's watching this, or woman, just to find what you want to do in this world, and go after it. Do it to the best of your ability. Don't get distracted by the streets or what this crazy, chaotic life has to offer. Yeah. Like, find your focus and just stand on it.
Your passion,
yeah.
For sure. I do want to add something, because I didn't get a chance and I forgot. So actually in 2022, I was on live with David Shands.
Oh, yeah.
So in 2022, I was on live with him. I took on his challenge, or he was taking people on live, and I took on that challenge and got accepted into his live. And I actually went through my own hot seat about 2 years ago.
Before the hot seat was the hot seat. I
was probably the first victim.
And she told me, she came and she was so excited. She was like, Dave just accepted my live. And I ran to my closet and I was like, I'm not gonna listen to that. I could hear her on the live with him from the other room, and I ran to my closet because I was like, it made me uncomfortable. She was cringing. I was cringing because he was coming for her neck. He was
literally just stepping on my neck. And I was like, so then he literally interrogated me through the live. Like I said, I was probably one of the first victims of hot seat. So I believe that the questions that he asked me and the things that he was the position he put me in on that live, after that conversation, it literally changed the trajectory of how I thought about my business. It changed the trajectory of how we ran stuff. We was already in the works of making Custom Visionz better, but that was right around that time where I was about to quit my job and go that 2 years in. So I had that conversation with David, and he was like, what do you do? Tell me about marketing. Since you do marketing, tell me about it. And I was like, well, and it's I look back at it, I was telling him I did 4 different things, and he was like, oh, well, you just told me you did this, and then you just told me you did that, and you told me you made this money, but now you're telling me you made that money.
It was all over the place.
It was brutal, and I just remember
still haven't watched it. It's posted on his Instagram.
If you scroll down,
it's there, and I will not watch it because it genuinely is hard to watch.
It's so brutal.
It's brutal.
But 2 years fast forward.
Yeah, it prepared us for where we're at now, and even coming today on the hot seat, we know his personality and stuff like that. But prior to all of that, just structuring our business, we were in the ghetto doing Cash App, Zelle, Apple Pay, no invoice, nothing. So now we're in a whole different mindset. We're running our business effectively and efficiently. So we're
due to the 2 year ago hot seat. And literally, I've had 2 people who remember that. One of them is, oh my God, I'm gonna say her name wrong, but her everyone knows JL, right? JL Official, the designer. How do you say her name? What's her name? Jada. I'm saying her business name. So Jada, I became friends with Jada on Instagram because of that live. So she watched that live. She knows about that live 2 years ago, and that's how we connected as sisters on Instagram. We've only met once at InvestFest last year. And then I had a second person come up to me at the Slutty Vegan, and they were like, yo, you're that one girl that was on the live with David Shands. I remember that. I remember you was on the live. And bruh, they've came up to me, and I have a DM message from somebody after the live happened. They was like, hey, keep your head up. Keep your head up. Keep grinding. And I was like, bruh.
we say all that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's the only thing I got.
David, I
didn't get to tell him yet.
David, because we didn't get to tell him.
Yeah, we didn't get to tell him.
I think he would think it's funny.
Yeah, I have a message and
It's
everything.
pretty funny.
And if he goes down far enough, he'll see me on there. But nonetheless, the hot seat's amazing, and it allows you to just kind of look at your business from like a 3D lens and see what you need to do to be better. So we love that.
You just watched this whole episode. If you like this episode, watch this one right here. Click right here. You're going to like this one if you like the one you just watched. Check it out.